What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Joe Shafie hopping on your screen once again. So today's video is just going to be a brief rundown on what you want to consider when you're going to make a YouTube channel, or if you're considering to create a YouTube channel. So a few things before we get started. Make sure you like, subscribe with post notifications on. But without further ado, let's get into the video. First thing you want to consider while you're recording a video is to have good lighting, because you know lighting is always key. And if you can't, like, you don't have to have, like, I'm not telling you to go buy a ring light necessarily, like, if you're gonna start a YouTube channel, right? But make sure, like, even if you're, like, your room light, like the one up here, like you can see here, make sure it, like, it's, like, bright enough to, like, it won't look weird. Like, you know, it doesn't have to be, like, production set style, right? But you want to make sure it's like you have good lighting. Second thing I would say, and I would suggest, is you have to have good audio. Make sure it's not like sounds like you're not recording off of a toaster or something, right? Like, I'm not saying go buy this microphone or buy any type of microphone right now. I'm not saying go spend $1,000 on a microphone. Go spend $200, 20, even not even $20. Like, just make sure even your phone, like your phone, like, I'm not like your phone should have good quality, like good quality audio on it already, even if it's like a 2015 phone probably. So I'm not saying to go spend a lot for your video, but I'm saying make sure you have when you're recording, you know. Another thing you do want to consider, guys, is to have good quality when you're recording. I'm not saying, like I said, I showed you my phone, this is a 50 Pro Max. I'm not saying go buy a camera. I'm not saying buy a camera. I'm not saying to go buy an iPhone 15 or 16, or not even the like iPhone 11. If you, like, let's say you have this, like, there's like apps you can edit your videos on that like make your video even better. And even if not, you can, even an iPhone 7, it's not like bad quality, you know. Like, if you look at the quality of this, it's not bad, honestly. It's well, there, yeah, it's not bad. You can record, that's photo, but let me show you the video. With video, it's not bad. You can still record with it. This is the iPhone 7. Like, I mean, like, the iPhone 7 was released in what, 2016 or 16 or 17, around the time. So, like, you don't need the best, like, equipment in the world to make videos. But what I'm saying is, just try with your videos. Don't focus on quantity. Focus on quality. Another thing you want to consider when you're recording your videos is not to have a busy background. Not necessarily like what you see in the back here. That's not what I mean. What I mean is, like, don't have people walking around in your background, because you just don't want that happening. Unless it's like a vlog video, just try to, like, if it's a production video, try to keep it like with a plain background, or even like that, you know, like just a shelf. I would say don't have a busy background, especially if it's a production video. If it's like, so you know, like, it's not really vlog style. Like I can say anything besides vlogging. Like, if it's a vlogging video, that's the only exception for it to have a busy background, because you're recording yourself in public. That's the only reason there should be like a busy background, if anything. And then if it's a production video, make sure it's like you have a wall behind you, and if not, have like a background that doesn't have anything that's necessarily like people walking around, you know. So make sure it's set up, you know. Try to clean it up as like best as you can, because you don't want everybody online seeing like if you want to say your real side of you, like if you, or maybe you're messy in real life, but like you just never got the chance to clean it, or whatever the case is, right? You want to make sure that your surroundings are clean, or as clean as possible. And then like I said, not a busy background. Another thing you want to do is when you're recording your videos, make sure it's not like you don't want like it to be like choppy, it's not in order, and if you want to say it's not really in order, so you want to make sure it has like some sense to it. It's not just like, for example, you're making a vlogging video, you don't want to be like in Dallas and then somehow you're in Houston, and then you're back in Dallas and then you're back in Houston, unless that's how you're really go. Like, you don't want to have like videos of that, you know. You have to make the sequence make sense. Make sure that, like, when you stutter, try to cut out as much as possible. Like, for me, sometimes when I stutter, I try to cut as much of it out, and then if whatever's in it, it's just because like I just don't notice it, which, you know, you should be watching that to make sure that there's not as much stuttering, or just so if you want to make yourself look better for whatever the case is, right? I would say you just watch when you're editing. Make sure you're not looking unprofessional in a way that, like, it's like this man's stuttering, he didn't cut it out. And when there's like some people I know that they make YouTube videos, I'm not gonna call them out, but like there's some YouTubers that like they make videos and I mean, they're not necessarily new. They've been doing it for 4 years. Like 4 years should be enough to like certain amount of knowledge on YouTube and like what you should do, right? And on my first, I've been doing this for 7 years, guys. I've been doing YouTube for 7 years, so I know the ups and downs and all that stuff about YouTube. So I know like you should like cut out to make yourself look professional and not to have like, you don't want to, like I've said, you don't want to look all over the place. So that's why it's better to cut out when you stutter. I'm not saying it's a bad thing to stutter. Most people stutter. Like I would stutter every once in a while. I'd be like so I would need to cut that out so it looks good for the video, it looks clean as much as I can. Like yeah, you like I've said before, you might see it, but it's as much as possible. Another tip I would have for YouTube is to make sure that you are prepared for whatever the occasion is. Let's say you have your phone, you're recording with your phone, make sure it's like charged, and if it's at 50% or whenever it's like towards dying, make sure you have like some sort of like power bank or something. You can probably buy them for like $5 at Five Below. I have some battery packs that I got from Five Below for $5, and it wasn't that like expensive. You can get one of those to like help you, like if you need it and you're trying to record whatever the circumstances are and you're low on battery. So I would definitely recommend investing into a battery pack, whether it's the $5 one from Five Below or you just whatever the price is. Just invest in that if you're gonna be recording with your phone. And if you have a camera ready, make sure you have batteries that are charged or have extra batteries, or make sure that your camera battery is fully charged. That is pretty much it on the breakdown of what you would need for YouTube. I'm not sure if this video is gonna be that long. I'm not trying to have it to be that long because I don't want it to be like very boring for you guys. But that is pretty much a breakdown of what I would say you should have, or should do, I should say, for if you're gonna start a YouTube channel or considering starting a YouTube channel. From someone, like from a point of view for me, of a YouTuber that's been doing it for 7 years. That is my point of view of that. That is pretty much it. I'm Joe Shafie. I'm out. Peace.